It's Johnny Mike Grabman coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today we've got a good one. It's Anthony Williams, number 3. It's deliciously awful. Let's do it.
Good morning. I'm Private Attorney General Anthony Williams. I'm appearing here on behalf of Mary Jo McCoy and Don Bayou.
Oh boy, he kicks it off with calling himself Private Attorney General, as we all suspected he would. Let's see how this goes.
I'm a Private Attorney General as codified in Title 42, USC 1988, which means that I am not a member of the Hawaii Bar Association.
No kidding. You're not a member of the Hawaii Bar. That's the whole problem we have here. Oh, keep going. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Or the American Bar Association. I do not have a license to practice law because there is no such license. Neither does the plaintiff attorneys have license to practice law. What they have is a certificate of admission or a membership dues to the Bar Association to
Nope, they got a license. That's what they have, and that's why they can practice.
basically practice before the bar.
So you're not a member of the Hawaii Bar?
No, sir, and I do not have to be.
Yeah, you do if you want to represent people in Hawaii.
You're not going to be practicing on court. You're not like,
I'm not practicing, sir. I perfect the law.
Oh, that is one of my favorites. Just weapons grade stupid. They think it's so cute, this wordplay, but yeah, I can't take it. I don't practice, I perfect. Yeah, okay.
It's not up to you to allow it, sir. The Supreme Court case, NAACP versus Button, also Schwer versus Board of Examiners, also Aaron versus Sims give me the right to litigate on behalf of citizens in any courtroom.
No, it doesn't. I've been through these cases before. I'm not going to bog this particular video down. Those cases don't stand for that proposition. You can either believe Law Talk with Mike, or you can go with the Private Attorney General and see which one takes you further.
In the United States of America.
have you practiced before any of the other judges?
I have always, yes I have. I've not practiced, I perfect. I let attorneys at law practice, but I perfect the law. But I have been before Susan Mulway and also Rhonda Nishimura.
Yeah, because I've been charged with a bunch of crimes, so occasionally I get to represent myself pro se. Oh.
They had no choice.
Have you been reported to Attorney General's office yet?
I went to see David Louis personally. He was scared to see me.
Nobody's scared of you. Mildly annoyed or entertained, maybe, but not scared.
See me. He sent an assistant out to talk to me.
And that's more than you deserved.
What was the result of that meeting?
I'm still waiting for him to get back with me before I file an injunction against him.
You want the judges to report you that way? You reported to Attorney General's office? What do you
No,
do?
I went to the Attorney General's office because of the fraud that has been perpetrated against the people of Hawaii. So I've been proactive.
Who's next to you right now?
This is my assistant private attorney general, Hep Gwynn.
Oh boy. I don't know if she knows what she's gotten herself into. She doesn't say anything in here, and I'm fascinated by this. I don't know if he just said, hey, come stand next to me, and she's clueless, or if she actually is a believer in this nonsense. But this woman's just exposed herself, Hep Gwynn. Anthony's down a bad path, and he's headed towards getting convicted for that, and he's in prison as we speak. But I don't know if this woman really realizes what she's doing. But he refers to as Private Attorney General, and that's putting you right on the edge of a crime right there.
And we both are certified through the Secretary of State or the Lieutenant Governor.
You're certified, all right. Not to practice law, and I don't know what the Lieutenant Governor and the Secretary of State have to do with it, but it is funny.
Who's behind you?
The Almighty Creator, Yahweh Elohim Yahshua.
What are the people behind you?
These are the defendants.
What are their names?
Mary, Nakoa and Don Bayou.
Anything you want to say?
Issues raised in the counterclaim here to the best of you. For the question of assignment of representation mortgage to the New York now. That's an issue that has been repeated here in this court. That's an issue that's been raised in the previous for motion to dismiss, we received an opposition. I believe in this case, only one particular who are allowed to speak are behalf of defendants or the defendants and so forth, attorneys.
Objection.
That's my
Who's keeping it before that? Who's keeping it? Somebody's not listening before. Anything you want to say? Is there anything you want to say?
You don't have to say
I
anything.
ain't asking her. I'm not talking to you, sir. Did you want to say this before? No. What you miss? Or are you anything you want to say? You have to speak up, please.
That's interesting. He goes and does exactly what he should. And he goes directly to the defendants and asks if they have any response to what the plaintiff just said, because they're not represented. Anthony Williams can cosplay an attorney all he likes. By the way, he's not doing a good job. He should have a coat on. He's in court. I don't know if he's got a tie on, but yeah, you know, on top of making no sense whatsoever, he doesn't even dress up like an attorney. It's kind of odd.
What's your first name?
Also,
So you have a licensed lawyer, okay?
I don't have to be, sir. What we're doing, we're actually directly challenging the jurisdiction of the court and establishing common law jurisdiction also.
Oh, of course you are. You're establishing jurisdiction of the court and establishing common law jurisdiction. That makes, well, challenging jurisdiction makes some sense. Establishing common law jurisdiction makes no sense. It's just word salad.
I would like to say before any proceedings can proceed in this court again, I need those flags taken down with the gold fringes on them, because that's an admiralty flag, that's a military flag.
Before any proceedings can proceed. Oh, Lord. We need to take down the flag with the gold fringe on it. Yes, that's the top issue in everyone's mind here.
That's not a courtroom flag. So under Title 4 U.S.C. 1, you do not have the authority to display those flags. Only the President of the United States, who is Commander-in-Chief, can have the American flag with 3 gold fringes on around it. And also a trial by jury is demanded.
I like how he throws a jury demand into that fringe flag. Tirade he just went on.
Ask you to step behind the door. If you're not going to be on your shirt. I'm asking you to step behind the door.
Why are you asking me to step behind the door?
I'm asking you to step behind the door. You're not a licensed lawyer to practice.
Okay, I just gave you the Supreme Court cases, sir, that says I'm not. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to file a motion to recuse you because you're showing bias, because
You'd file a motion to change judge for cause if you were going to do it. If he was going to recuse himself, it's himself. That's an action the judge takes. But if you were an attorney, you would know these things and you wouldn't sound so silly.
you're a part of the same association that the plaintiff's attorneys are. You're a member. So are you telling me you don't have a certificate of admission to the Y Bar?
You didn't file anything in this case.
I filed an appearance of counsel.
I don't have any memo from you in this case.
Here it is right here.
Here today.
Here it is right
You
here.
have the deadline.
There you go. Perfecting the prosecutor's claim against you for unauthorized practice of law. You attempting to say you're representing somebody else and signing your name to it. It couldn't be easier.
I was just petitioned to get on this case, sir.
You have to file something in these report agreement. You never did.
It was filed, sir.
I did not get anything from you.
I understand. I
Rules
was
require
just
that 2 copies get dropped off to the court.
I was just. So I put in an appearance of counsel this morning. I entered in.
Well, apparently the rule is you got to file it and provide the court copies 8 days ahead of time, and that's. I mean, I don't know in this particular room that sounds very typical, yeah, you know, but he can't follow any of the procedures because he doesn't know them because he's an attorney.
On the record.
I'm going to ask her that you sit behind the light sheriff will take you away at this point.
And I'm saying, what are you asking me to step behind for?
Because you're not a licensed lawyer, and I told you that already.
Okay, I don't have to be a licensed lawyer. What I do under threat, duress, coercion, I will step behind because I am not a corrupt bar attorney. But these proceedings cannot proceed because their jurisdiction has directly been challenged.
Last time, sir, rather than
Jurisdiction has been challenged.
you do that. You're not a lawyer either, right?
What is this expression for? I don't know why she's got a big smile on her face. Does she think that went well? Because it didn't.
It's not her being your advisement.
Madness is what you demonstrate, and that's exactly how.
Well, there you have it. Another awful court appearance by Anthony Williams. This time he brings along a friend, calls her a private attorney general as well. I hope she knew what she was getting in for, because you know, that is not a good idea. But it was a lot of fun. He has his gold fringe tirade, and he tells us that he is perfecting the law, not practicing it. Always good times. Well, as you can see here, I've got my fancy Sovereign Citizen Patrol t-shirt on. It's pretty cool. I got another one here. They all say Law Talk with Mike on the back. And ladies, I didn't forget about you. Here's the Sovereign Citizen Patrol shirt in pink. Law Talk with Mike on the back. And if you're bold enough to take a picture of yourself in one of these and send it to me, you can join the Sovereign Citizen Patrol and hang out with Ollie.